What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel 2. Last time we started enjoying our little day off here in Ymir, and we finished our day off. You know, we got some bonding events, we got to learn a bit more about Sharon and Toval, and we got to spend a little time with Alisa. But now it is time for us to head north back to Valimar, because we are going to head for the Legram region to see if we can find our final 3 members of Class 7 that we're still missing, which are Eustace, Laura, and Emma. So I have picked my team to go to the Legram region. Obviously, going with a massive group is going to bring the Alliance right to us. So we're going to be going as Reen, Machias, Gaius, and Sharon. Everyone else will be staying behind here to essentially hold down the fort. But even better news, the Mishy Snowman is back up. So very, very cool to see. Let me just make sure everyone that's going is all... that should be fine. Here's the thing, though. We need to make sure the people going with us are going to be able to heal. Obviously, we do have Tira for Sharon. Let me actually see. I do want to have more for her, though. Unfortunately, both of her other slots are not for... Well, actually, we could probably do this, right? We could have mine right there. And we could put Demonic Scythe right there. And then let's go grab... Let's see if we can grab a better quartz for Sharon. Obviously, once we get Emma back, things will be a lot better. But for now... Give me this, and give me this. And I can make do with that. So let's put Thalos there, and instead of luck... Burn. Instead of hit, let's put Curia on her there. So that should be good. Tira, you know, a moderate heal. Thalos for reviving, and then Curia for getting rid of ailments. Alright, that should be good. Alright, so yeah, it's time for us to head north and teleport with Valimar. We're leaving a sizable force back here to watch the area. Obviously, Toval and Claire. Well, we can just look right here. Toval and Claire for the adults. And then we're also going to be leaving Alisa, Elliot, Fee, and Milliam here. So if any Jaegers attack, I feel like those 6 could definitely hold their own here. And of course, the main reason I'm bringing Machias is because the interactions for Machias and Eustace will definitely be fun. How's it going, Valibro? Reboot complete, returning from an active state. Awakener and secondary contractor waveforms detected. Looks like he's got more than enough mana back now. Yeah, we should be able to use the Spirit Path anytime we want. I don't think I'll ever get used to this thing. Those Soldats are amazing for sure, but Divine Knights make them seem downright ordinary by comparison. The Panzer Soldats certainly can't compare to Divine Knights in terms of individual strength. As they can be mass-produced and used in a wide variety of strategies, however, they do have their advantages. I wonder if Sharon knows about the ions, then. Like, obviously, because the professor was the one who kind of, you know, worked on the ions, I assume Sharon would have some more insight as to what's happening in Crossbell. After everything we've done so far, I'll bet the Alliance will be more on guard against the Ashen Knight than before. Especially since they have a Divine Knight of their own. We'll need to avoid using Valimar carelessly for the time being. Good point. Right, I'll keep that in mind. Still, looking at him, it's not hard to be glad he's on our side. Haha, can't argue with that. After all, it was only thanks to him that we were able to drive the Alliance forces out of Nord. And he did it in style, too. Haha. All in all, we're just going to need to be aware of our own limits and do what we can. We can use Valimar in our strategies, but we can't expect them to bail us out every time we're in a bind. That denies us a chance to grow, and we need to do just that if we're ever going to find our rightful place in this war. Couldn't agree more, Reen. Know that I've got your backs all the way, too. Anyway, with that settled, our next destination's Legram, right? That's the one. Time to grab the last of us. But just to be sure, could you double-check that for us, Valimar? Acknowledged. 2 waveforms detected in Legram to the south-southeast. All vital signs appear normal. 2? At least it's not hard to guess who those 2 could be. Wait a second. 2? Last time I asked, you said there were 3. He did, didn't he? Oh yeah. Who left the area then? We can exclude Crow for obvious reasons, but that still doesn't completely narrow things down. It's either Eustace, Laura, or Emma. Makes you wonder why they left too. My detection mechanism is not perfect. The results can be influenced by the energy flowing through the ground. Oh, right. In other words, if the third person is on the move or aboard an airship, he wouldn't be able to sense them. I see, that could account for the discrepancy. I can understand that you're concerned, but the situation in Ereboni is changing constantly. You won't get very far if you let yourself waver from something this small, Reed. I'm with Captain Claire. At the very least, we know 2 of your classmates are right there. No need to freak out just yet. Let's just choose who's going and move, okay? Yeah, you guys are right. Any ideas on who should go or stay? For a start, I think we should stick to traveling with the same number of people we did last time. So 4 of us. Tovo and Captain Claire, I'd prefer it if one of you came along as well. Does that work for everyone? If I may be so bold, I'd like to add my name to the list of choices. Should you agree to let me join, it would be my honor to serve you in the utmost of my abilities, whether Lady Alisa is with us or not. Actually, that'd be great, Sharon. No matter how you slice it, having her come with would be a huge help. That means at least 2 of us will be able to remain behind and survey the village. Sounds good to me. Thanks, Sharon. We're happy to have your help. In that case... So, but I already chose. I guess just double check for safety's sake. Yeah, I think this is a good group. I mean, obviously we did just have guys with us in Nord where he played a huge part, so who knows? Maybe I remove him and put somebody else. I'm also just trying to think of party matchup as well. Because we think about it this way, so we're gonna get, at some point during this part, we're going to have Emma, Laura, and Eustace join the group. So, Eustace and Laura are obviously melee fighters, and Emma is magic. So, that really doesn't leave us with much magic. I really don't want to have 2 healers, though. We don't need Elliot and Emma. It really doesn't matter because there's no one else that's really like magic. Obviously, Alisa is ranged. Milliam is physical, but she has a nice barrier ability. You know what? Let's bring Fee, because the whole Fee and Laura dynamic. That could be kind of fun. Let's go with that. Alright, that should be fine. Time to go. You guys ready to head out? Ready. You might find someone's been keeping an eye on the guild house for me while I've been away. Say thanks to them for me, okay? Not sure if you have any reason to drop by, but if you do, I got a feeling they'll lend you a hand. I don't see any reason why we can't. Take care and have a safe journey. Bye-bye. Think it's time we depart, hmm? If you would, Celine. Right. Valimar, open the spirit path. Our destination, Legram. Acknowledged. Activating spirit path. Does make you wonder where he's gonna land us. Obviously not in the middle of the city of Legram. It is quite a distance we're going. Okay, so yeah, we are like right outside the city. Ooh, it's foggy. As you'd expect from the Legram area. Sure is foggy here. Thank goodness we've arrived safely. And this must be the thick fog I've heard so much about. And this is where we fought that archaism. That should mean we're on the Ebel Highway. Really? Oh yeah, who was with us during this field study? Obviously Laura. Emma was with us too. Obviously, because everything that happened in the castle. Who else was with us? I'm trying to remember. Was it Eustace? I know Milliam was. I remember because Milliam got upset she couldn't fight against the other students at the dojo. Yeah, I think it was Eustace as well, so that might have been the group. Well, we've got more than archaisms to deal with this time. The higher elements seem to be active in this area as well. Oh. Wait a minute. Does that mean something strange is happening here too? My, stay on guard, everyone. Following the highway to the south will take us to Legram. Once there, we can ask around if anyone's seen anything off. Agreed. Alright, let's... Wait, have you been to Legram before? That doesn't matter right now. Let's just go. Yeah, she followed us there. Alright, well, we've got our group. Let me look at... These two don't have a link thing for overdrive, I don't believe. Not yet. Well, we'll make it work. So, Legram... I don't remember which direction Legram is in. We'll get a chance to use her S-Craft to KO 100%, so for random enemies, that's gonna be great. Well, not a great start, Sharon. Yeah, Sharon, almost level 70. Mail Breaker. Oh, so one of his crafts upgraded. Flame Tongue. Sure. Oh, wait. No, it has. Soulblur has to stay there. Alright, Valimar, take it easy for the time being. I don't know if Ebel Highway 1 or I'm gonna guess 1 leads us back to Legram. Silver Thorn! Nice.
Mai. So. Chance da.
続きますわ。
僕の番だな。ここだ。
笑い。私の番だね。やっ。はい。お粗末様でした。
So, let's just mentally go over all the enforcers we've ran into. Or enforcers and former ones. We got Joshua, we have Ren, we have Blue Blanc, Walter, Campanella. I'm just trying to think of everyone on that list. Who else am I forgetting? Who else have we run into? I'm trying not to count the Anguisses that we run into because they're a step above the enforcers. We obviously have Luciola.
Legram の町は右手方向ですね。
Obviously Sharon. So that's 7. Trying to think if there's anyone else I'm forgetting. I guess Leve was one as well. He wasn't an Anguis, so he was just an enforcer, so that's 8. We met quite a number of them, at the very least. Alright, let's keep moving. I'm sure we'll be back on these fields at some point. You can grab some other treasure chests and stuff. I'm sure one of these is going to be one of the blue ones.
強敵を発見。
危険でない。注意してかかろう。
参る。はっ。
Nice. Well, no time like the present, right?
視線に出る。とくとご覧になる。失礼ですがもう逃げられませんわ。
That's a cut in. Yep, they all die.
お粗末様でした。V だね。お宝ミッケ。
Lowers a lot of stats. Alright, it's better for you. It's good that we don't, like, come with a bunch of people. I like when they kind of find a reason to not have us have a bloated party. Because then it just gets overwhelming knowing who you want to use and stuff like that. Like, even with this part, like, we have 4 right here, and then we're also going to have 3 more. So we should really only end up with 7 unless there's another, excuse me, adult that's going to join our group.
城壁発見。
もしかしてあれが。
Yeah, obviously, Fee and Machias have never been to Legram, I believe. I don't think they were with us. So it's kind of cool that I brought them anyway, since they weren't here for this field study. No, yeah, they wouldn't have been, because Machias was only in the same group as Eustace for one field study last time. The one where they had to learn to get along. Well, we're here. Yeah, it's Foggy in town, too. Well, we know who that statue is of now since playing Azure. Laura's hometown, huh? Feels kind of mystical. I think I get what Laura meant when she described it as a place of mist and ancient legends. Time to get to work. First order of business is figuring out who and where the 2 Class 7 members in this region are. Might want to start by asking at the Bracer Guild. Tobal did ask us to pass on his regards to whoever was there, too. A wonderful idea, Master Reen. Just imagine what kind of useful information that they might be able to share with us. Let's go. Ugikshi, Bracer Guild. Excuse me, is anyone in? My, you appear to have visitors. Come on in, the door isn't locked. Oh. Oh, hey, it's, well, I don't know the Bracer Guild attendant, but, that's obviously, I forget what his name was, but obviously Laura's butler. Hello, and welcome to the Legram branch of the Bracer Guild. You don't seem to be from around here. Can I help you with anything? One moment, you look awfully familiar. Might you be Laura's classmates from Class 7? Klaus! Oh, are they acquaintances of yours? Indeed, they are Lady Laura's treasured classmates. I hadn't expected we would meet here. I believe we share very similar professions. Klaus. Good to see him again. Allow me to reintroduce myself to you. I am Klaus. I serve Viscount Arcade and his family. I am most relieved to see you are all well and in good health. I am certain Lady Laura will be happy to see you again. Then, Laura really is here. She certainly is. She has been staying here with Lady Emma for some time. Although I fear you just missed the two of them. They left not long ago. So you're the Class 7 I've heard so much about, are you? Sarah and Toval are always going on about you. Hi, Miles. My name is Miles. I'm currently serving as a receptionist here at the Legram branch of the guild. Do you mind filling me in on what you've been up to? It sounds like plenty has been happening on your end. So Laura came here immediately after the war broke out? Correct. She arrived here with her other classmates and has been residing here since. And you're all here now as part of a journey to unite everyone. I see. I had no idea that much was happening in the shadows of the Civil War. And while I've heard talk of an ash-colored knight, I didn't realize it belonged to you. I guess it might have been helpful to actually bring Toval with us to talk to Miles. Sounds like you fought rather well over in Keldic and Nord. You know about that already? The Guild's information network never ceases to amaze. Yeah, we've noticed that in all 3 arcs thus far. They seem to always know everything. I suppose it saves us time explaining what happened. Factoring in all that you have seen elsewhere in the country, it certainly does appear that something unusual is happening behind the scenes. Perhaps the strange circumstances in Legram of late are connected. What's happening here? Is something of concern happening here? Yeah, a couple things actually. First, we have never before seen monsters appearing on the highway. And second, we have this thick fog that hasn't cleared for a month now. So pretty much right when all this stuff started happening, this fog appeared. That does count as unusual. I know fog here is ordinary enough occurrence, but fog lasting for an entire month is beyond abnormal. Indeed, this is no natural phenomenon. As such, the townsfolk are beginning to grow rather disturbed by it. Were the Viscount here, I'm certain he would assuage their worries, but alas. Is he missing? He is. We've yet to hear anything from him after nearly a month. He left in the direction of Heimdallar aboard the Courageous when war broke out, but we've been unable to reach him since. That must have been when he went to Trista. Yeah, when he showed up. But where did he go after? Well, it is Viscount Arce we're talking about. A I find it hard to believe anything could have happened to him. We are in agreement. I am of the belief that he is simply biding his time and waiting for the perfect chance to act. Would be smart. You don't want to be running around like heroes, just, you know, trying to free every town. Because you just get overwhelmed. It's a great loss not to have him here at a time like this. But on the bright side, the Noble Alliance's power doesn't quite reach this far. Which leaves us free to focus on dealing with problems like these. Klaus has been a wonderful help in that regard. As have Lady Laura and Emma. They've both been helping out with guild stuff, huh? At this point, Class 7, or just join the Bracer Guild at this point. Do you have any idea where they are now? You said something about them going out earlier, didn't you? Indeed, they left not long ago. Emma said she sensed something out of the ordinary over at Legram Castle. After that, they hurried there aboard a boat to investigate. Isn't that the castle we learned about in one of Instructor Thomas's lectures? We encountered some pretty strange things when we visited last time. And only the two of them went there? Yes, I did try to convince them otherwise, but they remained adamant. They insisted, if we cannot do something as simple as this, how can we hope to see our friends again? I could hardly bring myself to press the matter much further after hearing as much. Sounds like something they'd say. When she gets an idea in her head, there's no stopping her. Given the circumstances, it's only right for us to go help them. I agree. Let's head to Legram Castle. You're just as I heard you were. I'm sure they will be most relieved to see you. Please, assist them however you can. I will see to readying a boat for you at once. As soon as you're ready to depart, please make your way toward the pier. Thank you, we will. Well, let's go and get ready. I know they were saying, like, we should take things one step at a time and not worry about what's out of our control, but wouldn't this have been the perfect time to at least ask, like, okay, weren't there 3 of them at one point? And where Eustace went off to? Alright, the inn is over here. Let's go to the store first. I just want to see if there's any weapon upgrades we can get for everybody. I mean, Machias probably needs it most. Alright. Not bad. Oh, insufficient Mira. What? Shadow String, she's already wearing. That's fine. Seems like no Bracer Guild. Oh, this is the girl that hates all of us that get close to Lady Laura. Oh, there's just so much to do. The fog keeps making more and more work for us to do. You! Have you come to seal Lady Laura away from us? Stand down. I refuse to allow so much as one man to even approach her. Oh, I really didn't miss this. Speaking of people who should stay away if they know what's good for them, we had a bizarre customer in the shop earlier. She was just wandering around handling the merchandise and grumbling about a rightful ruler or such nonsense. She even insisted that we tell her where Lord Arcade is. Not that we even know. Why is everyone who comes into this town lately so strange in some way? The same goes for that girl yesterday, too. I feel like these people she's talking about might be important, but I can't really figure it out. So at the very least, this should be Arianrod. That should be a statue of her. As for these two, I'm not sure. Oh, well, this would be... Well, let's just read it. The Lance Maiden and her Eisenritter. Were they called Eisenritter? In praise of their valor during the War of the Lions, may their souls rest in peace. Well, I guess these statues were made without really knowing who their identities were. So what? This statue is supposed to be of, like, Duvalie? And then this one was the woman that had, like, the axe. And of course, there was a bow user as well. Hey, there's a fisherman over there. It's like one of those things where, you know, the history books don't always depict things as, you know, perfectly as they should. So, like, or it's not even that specifically. Like, you'll get a case where they have to make statues of people, but they never actually saw the statue, like, the people's faces. So they just have to assume whether the person was a man or a woman. Hey, old man Bem. Even in times of rage and strife, fish swim through our waters all the same. It's a gift we cannot take for granted. While we're at it, please let me share a recipe that'll allow you to greater appreciate how much we owe this lake. Oh, thanks. Like, even in our real history books, like, there may be things from, you know, hundreds of years ago that have just been, like, changed over time. Alright, but let's head down here to, because I don't think there's anything else we really need to do here yet. Yeah, we can just head to Klaus and get going. The boat is ready when you are. Will you be taking off for Legram Castle then? Let's go. This lake really does remind me of the lake in the Sky games. You know, where we had to cross over, and then that's where Ouroboros was keeping their base. In that case, do take care of yourselves. My prayers for your success will not cease until I see you back here completely safe. We appreciate it, Klaus. Let's get going. It's hard to believe it's the middle of the day with how poor visibility is. And this has been going on for a whole month? I imagine it's a manifestation of the chaos in Erebonia, much like the appearance of the higher elements. There's a possibility whatever Emma sensed over at the castle is a direct cause. And I do feel something strange is here this time too. Oh, this time too? You didn't follow us here during your field study, did you? Well, I suppose there's no harm in admitting it now. I had my duty as a familiar to fulfill, you know. I was to make sure this area didn't have any undesirable effects on you as a potential awakener. What kind of undesirable effects? Does that mean Legram has something to do with the Divine Knights? More Legram Castle than Legram as a whole. Once upon a time, a Divine Knight, just like the Ashen and Azure Knights, supposedly slumbered here. Are you serious? First time hearing of it. Just what are the Divine Knights anyway? All I've heard are the ancient legends, unfortunately. So all I know is there was once a Divine Knight here. And now it's all gone, along with its awakener. Gone? Gone where, I wonder? Well, that feels like a big hint. Because we know this castle had something to do with, what's her name? I mean, obviously back in Cold Steel 1, we didn't really know they were talking about Arianrod, but the one who saved us on top of the castle, like, might have been her, or, you know, one of her Eisenritter. So maybe the Divine Knight has something to do with them. Oh, look, I can see a castle now. Nice subject change. We're almost there. Prepare to disembark, everyone. Laura and Emma are here? Yep, they're inside all right. I can feel Emma's mana. Be careful on the way up. I remember how steep it was before, and all this fog's not going to make the trip any easier. True enough, it makes me wonder what this place looks like without all the fog around. Alright, team, let's get moving. Doesn't look like there's any fights here, though. But I think this is a good stopping point, since I'm sure we're going to have to run through the castle at least a little bit, I would assume. So next time we'll head up this hill and see if we can find Laura and Emma, and then maybe they can tell us where Eustace ran off to. So that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.